lunchtime video. We just had to pause while Robbo choked. We're all slowly dying.
Yeah. But there's people back.
I know, yeah. I'm back from Aldi, Neil's back from Aldi, so the office feels a bit more lively, presumably, does it? A bit more going on.
It's just been me and Sean, you know, like kicking around, hasn't it, mate? Like we went to the Wigan game yesterday.
Oh yeah, I listened to the Pink, it sounded good.
Yeah, it was different. We recorded it in a cinema. But, you know, that was the nearest thing that served beer near to Wigan Stadium that would let us in, and didn't seem to mind that we sat off in a corner, not in a film, like, and recorded our little post-match reaction show, said it in the end. But yeah, I said to Sean, I said, you know, well, what about when all these go off to America then? And he went, well, it should be like normal, won't it, mate? You know what I mean?
Hey, I haven't had an holiday for ages, but yeah, we're going flying out Friday, so looking forward to our American trip. Obviously, some more pre-season games up there. We're playing Huddersfield before that, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're playing Huddersfield on Wednesday, then they play out Thursday, I think, but 100% record in it so far.
Yeah.
0 conceded.
It was
a few lads doing all right.
It was a bit more sedate, I thought, the Wigan game. Like, you know, walking down, we were saying, like, you know, so far the games have been pretty good and sort of like a bit more pace and a bit more enjoyable than pre-seasons have passed, really. You know, they're normally a bit boring, let's be honest, but like these have been all right. But yeah, the Wigan game was a bit weird. I don't think it was helped by they'd played the day before against Man United.
Yeah.
And so that side that they put out against us was a bit of a random one. And it wasn't great. They just seemed to just sit in Wigan and just go, yeah. And they had some mad lad running around the front trying to kick everyone. But you know, it was a nice day out.
Yeah,
nice day out, and we got to see some of Wigan's delicacies, pies on barms and stuff.
Oh, the class.
Yeah, mad.
I mean, they probably made more in a weekend Wigan than they'll make in a month in the Championship, won't they? So you've got to see why they do, but it is a little bit ridiculous. But
it's a mad town as well. We were talking about that. I mean, like, and they won't mind us saying that, I don't think, because Martin Tarbuck, who writes a great fanzine called The Mud Hutter, and it's well worth a look if you like football fan culture and stuff, because it's really well written. He wrote something for me going back years about how, like, basically there's 6 teams that people in Wigan support, other than Wigan. Well, I think he was counting Wigan in that, but you know, you got Liverpool, Everton, Man United, Man City, and he said there was people knocking around in Chelsea shirts when they were doing well. It's just a bit of a mad place, and like they've ended up with that big ground.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, he preferred when they had Springfield Park, which was more suiting to the actual amount of support they've got in the town.
It's a rugby town, isn't it?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So there you are. Anyway, there was big transfer stuff overnight. I won't go too much into it because Rob's recording a gutter show this afternoon. It's going to be out tonight. So he'll be going really hard on it, as Rob always does. And he's probably salivating at the idea of new attacking midfielders who get a couple of goals. Where are you on Wijnaldum?
I mean, it was funny, before we had a little conversation, Neil said I sort of feel like everyone already knows about them, and I just sort of nodded at him, and I was thinking in my head, do they? I don't. I mean, I know he played for Newcastle, and I've read what everyone else has read about how he scored a lot of his goals at home, and there's a bit of a question mark about how he performed away, and therefore a bit of a question mark, full stop, about his attitude. But I guess the real basics of it are that he's more physical than Joe Allen and scores more goals than him, so in that respect probably an upgrade.
He's been playing, when I've seen him further forward though, there's this idea that he can play anywhere in midfield and he can play deeper. Some of that's come from the Rafa's quotes. Rafa's a month ago saying that he's done a little bit of that for Holland.
He's played on the left a bit as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he looks to me like another lad who'd rather be playing behind the striker, of which we've got loads of them, and they're all good but not brilliant. And he looks to me like another one of them, which is a little bit annoying to me. I'd rather we went for an out-and-out midfielder, to be honest with you. Someone who's say central midfield's their best position. It's kind of where they play, rather than someone who can fit in there. And I'm just a little bit worried about our numbers.
Having loads of number 10s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And how many kind of out-and-out central midfielders we've got. And it always seems strange to me. I saw a little bit of this on Twitter yesterday. I agree with it. How our second choices always seem to be more expensive than our first ones.
Yeah.
Like, it always seems to be the way. Like, it's, you know, we're going for Zielinski's about 15 million quid. They think they can get him for cheaper, so they mess around and then we lose out on him. And then the next one's out this £25 million player, and you're like, well, if he's better than him, why don't you go for him in the first place?
Yeah, why don't you just offer more money?
Or offer more money for the first fella, yeah. It just doesn't seem to kind of compute with me, and it's a bit of a running thing with since we've had the FSG ownership or this transfer committee, whichever way you want to look at it, is this idea that
I don't get
something goes into computer and they've got a value. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get this thing either that you almost can't have a conversation about them now.
Yeah.
FSG, it seems with some fans, it's like you say anything at all, and it's like, oh well, they saved us, and you're not allowed to question anything. They're just people. They're just people, and people get things wrong sometimes, and I think it's fine to say, well, hang on, there's a long track record now of quite a lot of players where we haven't sorted out, we haven't closed the deal, we haven't got it over the line. Why is that? You know, and there's obviously a gap there in knowledge, in that we can never know what's going on behind closed doors in terms of what figures are laid down on the table and how they're trying to do the deals. But it does look like, from where I'm sitting, that there's a problem at times with them doing deals. Why is that? Is it... We all point to Ian Ayre again, but is it Ian Ayre? Is it what Ian Ayre is? You know, he can only go into a room and say what the people in Boston have said he can say, I guess. So is it Mike Gordon? Is it that they're always trying to pinch a penny in terms of wages and deals? I don't know, but whatever it is, that's how it feels from the fan side of things at times. And I don't think it's unreasonable that fans at times go, well, hang on, what's going on?
Especially when we haven't won enough. You know, we won one League Cup, so there's going to be questions. So people shouldn't complain about it too much. But that's Twitter. Obviously, this other fella, this defender who everyone knows absolutely nothing about, Ragnar Klavan.
You saw him live, mate?
Oh, but apparently, I didn't pay too much attention. I saw him home and away. Didn't pay too much attention. They wanted an experienced centre half who's quite cheap. It looks like they've sort of got one. I did find, the Echo found more specifically an interview with him from 2013. Said it was his dream to play in the Premier League, and if he had to pick one club, it'd be Arsenal. So.
Soz.
You're here instead, mate, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. There's a bit of talk. There's a medical for him tomorrow. There's a bit of talk that Wijnaldum's already on his way up for a medical, which seems a bit premature, but maybe he's heard something that we haven't in terms of our negotiating skills. I don't know. And the other bit of news is Sakho's changed his number. He's gone for the number 3. And he said, because he's a nice fella, that if anyone's bought the new home kit with Sakho 17 on, he'll sign it for you. You just need to send it to him. The address, this is real. The address is Mamadou Sakho shirt signing, Liverpool Football Club, Anfield Road, Liverpool, L402H. I mean, it sounds like you're just sending that to the club. That's just Anfield, isn't it? But
it's nice touch, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice thing for him to do. You know, he wants to change the number, but obviously people have bought Sakho 17, so you just send them there, and then stamped addressed envelope and all that, because the club they're not made of money. Do you know what I mean? And he'll sign it and send it back to you.
Sean said that he bought Stevie's shirt when Stevie changed his number.
Did he? So you had 17.
So he had 17, and Stevie went to 8, and then it was like, oh, hang on, what happens to my 17 shirt now? Nothing. There was no offer then. Stevie wasn't signing it. The club wasn't changing it. Poor Sean was running around Chilwell with 17 on his back, and all his mates were going, your Mephi's 8. So, Sakho's boxing it, like, isn't he? Because, you'd be running around, you go, yeah, but it's signed, lad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is yours signed? Is your 3 signed? Yeah. No.
I might just go and get a 17 now, so Sakho signs it for me. Who knows? There you are, that'll do it. The Anfield app's out today. They're recording it right now. That'll be out about 4 o'clock. And then, as I say, the Gutters out later even as well. So all the transfer stuff, they'll have more on Klavan and Wijnaldum. I never know what to say.
Yeah, I can't say it now. Wijnaldum.
That's it. That'll do. They'll have more on him. But in the meantime, see you later.